Obviously, he's a special person, number one.
So let's talk Kai. What do you see in Kai? What do you see as far as his development? Give us your take.
So what I see is obviously he's a special person, number one. Just his situation, like I said, some of these guys have their families, some of these guys have their school, have their city. He's got a whole country behind him. And as much support as he has, there's a lot of pressure, and a lot of times kids at that age can get caught up with trying to prove people wrong. You always are going to have people that are naysayers, and at the same time, you want to prove people that believe in you right. So you end up getting outside of yourself and not enjoying the game, and it's not as fun. You don't enjoy it. You lose the purity that you started out playing when you're an 8-year-old kid. I want to know who that kid is. So I try to put him in situations where he's able to be comfortable with who he is, ability that most people don't have, but his size, his grace, his touch, and then being a good person on top of that. So I think with him, it's just his development is going to be patience. He's got to be very, very patient because there's so many things that he can do, but you have to take it a game at a time. And the best players look at each game and see where in that game will they have the most impact, where will they have the biggest advantage. And sometimes it's not scoring 50 points, 40, 30 points. Sometimes it's causing so much attention, causing double teams and making the right pass, and there's an extra pass and somebody else gets that. It doesn't show up on the stat sheet, but what it does is when somebody at a higher level is watching that film, they're seeing that you understand the game. And when you're at the top level playing with the most talented people in the world, that's what matters, and that's what's going to make you a champion. Whereas some people are just so wired to score points to prove some doubt or wrong that may or may not matter. Instead of focusing on that, focus on the purity of the game, playing each possession, making the right reads, making the right plays, getting better, and then pushing yourself physically and mentally to a point where you know that you've pushed yourself, and everything after that will just flow.
So what goals do you and Kai have for him, himself and you? Have you sat down and talked about at the end of the season, when you look back, wipe away the stats, right? Because we all follow stats. Everybody knows what those numbers are. We see them posted. But at the end of the day, what's one thing that you both look back on and hope to say, this is a big win?
It's a good question. If I had to answer off the top with him, I think my goal for him is to just have him understand his ability. He's so humble that a lot of times when guys are that big growing up, like I said, I break things down to when you're a kid. You're the tallest in the class and you're the most gifted, you're the most talented. Sometimes you want to fit in. I think what I want from him is to understand sometimes that the best play is for you to put your impact on the game. Because even though you're humble about your ability, you strike fear in the opponent when you play at a confidence level that's so high that it looks like you're a higher level than everybody else on the floor. And when you do that, you lift the level of your teammates, and you put fear in the opponents to where they're saying, hey, we can't stop him. We need help. Now the whole strategy is to stop you, and you being a great kid and a team player, it opens up everything for everybody else. So now it's a pick your poison for the other team. So that's kind of some of the things I want to work on him with, is just figuring out time and situation, when to take over and dominate, when to defer, but not predicting what he's going to do, just taking each play, each segment, each game by game, and figuring it out along the way.
Those are great goals to have. Thank you, Coach Rob. I'm sure we'll be hearing much more from you throughout the season, but The entire country has said amazing things. You've seen all the comments. I know you don't necessarily know all the Tagalog that they're speaking, but they've really rallied behind you. They love all the team. They want to hear from all the guys. So we'll probably be doing some team interviews as well. They'd love to hear from Jalen. They'd love to hear from Chen. They love the Twin Towers, by the way.
Right.
They cheer for the Twin Towers. Not many have 7-footers. So again, thank you very much for the time, and congratulations on today's win, and good luck.
You're welcome, and much love to the Philippines, everybody watching. Kai is in great hands. We're going to take care of him. We care about him. We appreciate everybody showing support, tuning in, watching us, and we have a long season to go, so all the support, prayers, and all the love is greatly appreciated.